Tom Peterson checked the departure board again. Cancelled in red letters. His wife Sarah stood beside him, holding their daughter Emily's hand. Their son Jake, 5 years old, sat on the floor with his toy car. "Tom, what do we do?" Sarah asked quietly. Tom rubbed his face. "I don't know. Let me talk to the desk." September 1975. Memphis International Airport. Storm had rolled through. Lightning, heavy rain, wind. All flights grounded. The Peterson family was trying to get to Dallas. Tom's father was in the hospital. Heart attack. They needed to get there tonight. But their 6 p.m. flight was cancelled. Tom walked to the check-in counter. "Excuse me. Our flight was cancelled. When's the next one?" The agent checked her computer. "Next available flight to Dallas is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. "Tomorrow? We need to go tonight. My father is in the hospital." "I'm sorry, sir. The storm cancelled everything. Tomorrow morning is the earliest." Tom's heart sank. "Can we get on that flight?" "It's $800 for 4 tickets." Tom pulled out his wallet. He counted. $300. I only have $300. The agent looked sympathetic. "I'm sorry. The fare is $800. Is there any way—" "I'm sorry, sir. I wish I could help." Tom walked back to his family, sat down heavily. Sarah looked at him. "What did they say?" "Tomorrow morning, $800. I only have $300. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. She didn't cry. But Tom knew she wanted to. They found a corner, sat on the floor. Emily leaned against her mother. Jake played with his toy. "I'm hungry," Emily said. "I know, sweetie," Sarah said. "We'll eat soon." But Sarah looked at Tom. They both knew they needed to save money. Airport food was expensive. Hours passed. 6 p.m. became 7 p.m., then 8 p.m. Emily started crying. "I want to go home." "We can't go home, honey. We need to see Grandpa." "When?" "Tomorrow." "Why not today?" Sarah couldn't answer. She just held Emily close. Tom stood up, paced, checked the departure board again. Nothing had changed. He pulled out his phone, called his mother in Dallas. "Mom, I'm sorry. We can't get there tonight. Flights are cancelled. We'll be there tomorrow." His mother's voice was small. "Okay. Your father. He keeps asking for you." "I know, Mom. I'm trying. I'll be there as soon as I can." He hung up, put his head in his hands. Across the terminal, Elvis Presley sat in the VIP lounge. His private jet was delayed too. Maintenance issue. Would be ready in an hour. Elvis was wearing his usual disguise. Hat pulled low, dark sunglasses, simple jacket. He was reading a magazine. But he was bored. He stood up, walked out of the VIP lounge, decided to walk around the main terminal. He liked watching people sometimes, regular people, living their regular lives. He walked past gates, past shops, past restaurants. Then he saw them, a family, sitting in a corner. Father with his head in his hands, mother holding a young girl, little boy playing on the floor. They looked tired, stressed, sad. Elvis slowed down. Something about them caught his attention. He sat on a bench nearby, not too close, but close enough to observe. The father stood up, made a phone call. Elvis could hear parts of it. "Mom, I'm sorry. Can't get there tonight. Flight's cancelled. Don't have enough money for new tickets." Elvis understood immediately. They were stranded. He watched for a few more minutes. The mother was trying to keep the children calm. The father looked defeated. Elvis knew that look. He'd seen it before. Helplessness. He stood up, walked toward the check-in counter. Elvis approached the Delta counter. A woman named Jennifer was working. "Excuse me," Elvis said quietly. Yes, sir. How can I help you? Do you see that family over there? Corner near Gate 7. Jennifer looked. Yes. They need tickets to Dallas. Tonight. 4 people. I want to buy them tickets. Jennifer was surprised. You know them? No, but they need help. Sir, that's very generous. But the next flight to Dallas isn't until tomorrow morning. That's fine. Book them on tomorrow's flight, first available. That would be $800. Elvis pulled out his wallet, handed her $1,000. Keep the change, for your trouble. Jennifer stared at the money. Sir, Please, just book the tickets, but don't tell them who paid. Just say, anonymous donor. Are you sure? Yes. Announce their name over the PA system. Tell them to come to Gate 12. Give them the tickets there. Jennifer looked at Elvis's face. Something familiar, but she couldn't place it. Okay, she said. I'll do it now. Thank you. Elvis walked away, back toward the VIP lounge. Jennifer processed the tickets, then picked up the microphone. Tom was sitting with his eyes closed when he heard it. Attention, Peterson family. Please report to Gate 12. Peterson family to Gate 12. Tom's eyes opened. He looked at Sarah. Did they just call our name? I think so. Why would they call us? They stood up, gathered their bags, walked to Gate 12. A woman was standing there, smiling. Peterson family? Yes, Tom said. You called us? Yes. I have your tickets. 4 tickets to Dallas. Flight 237 tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Tom was confused. I didn't buy tickets. I don't have enough money. Jennifer smiled. They've been purchased for you. Fully paid. Sarah grabbed Tom's arm. What? By who? An anonymous donor. Someone saw your situation and wanted to help. Tom's mouth fell open. Someone bought us tickets? Yes, all 4 of you. Here are your boarding passes. Jennifer handed them the tickets. Sarah started crying. Not sad tears, relief tears, gratitude tears. Emily looked up. Mommy, why are you crying? Because something wonderful just happened, sweetheart. Tom looked around the terminal. Who was it? Who did this? Jennifer shook her head. I can't say. They wanted to remain anonymous. But I need to thank them. I understand. But they specifically asked not to be identified. Tom stood there, holding the tickets. He couldn't believe it. Sarah, he said, we're going to Dallas. Sarah hugged him. The children didn't fully understand, but they knew something good had happened. Tom looked around the terminal. Hundreds of people. Which one was it? An elderly woman reading a book, a businessman on his phone, a young couple holding hands. He'd never know, but someone out there had seen their struggle and helped. Thank you, Tom said out loud, to nobody in particular. Whoever you are, thank you. The next morning, the Peterson family boarded Flight 237 to Dallas. Emily got the window seat. She pressed her face against the glass. Look, Daddy, clouds. Tom smiled. First time he'd smiled in 24 hours. Sarah held his hand. We were so lucky. I know. Do you think we'll ever find out who it was? Tom shook his head. Probably not, but maybe that's okay. Maybe some angels are meant to stay anonymous. The flight took off. 2 hours later, they landed in Dallas. Tom's father was in the hospital. They got there by noon. When Tom's father saw them, he cried, You made it. Of course, Dad. We weren't going to miss this. His father recovered. 3 weeks later, he was home. Tom often thought about that night at the airport. The anonymous donor. I wish I could thank them, he'd tell Sarah. Maybe someday, Sarah would say. 15 years later, 1990, Tom was reading the newspaper. An article caught his eye. Elvis Presley's secret acts of kindness. Airports, hotels, families. Tom started reading. In 1975, at Memphis International Airport, Elvis anonymously purchased tickets for a stranded family. Tom froze. The family was traveling to Dallas. 4 tickets, $800. Elvis paid and left without revealing his identity. Tom's hands started shaking. "Sarah," he called. "Sarah, come here." Sarah came into the kitchen. "What's wrong?" "Read this." He showed her the article. Sarah read. Her hand went to her mouth. "That was us," she whispered. 1975. Memphis Airport. 4 tickets to Dallas. That was us. "Elvis Presley?" Sarah sat down heavily. "Elvis Presley bought our tickets?" They stared at each other. All these years, they'd wondered. Who was their angel? Now they knew. "I can't believe it," Tom said. "Elvis Presley." That evening, Tom and Sarah called their children. Emily was 22 now, in college. Jake was 20, working. "Can you both come over?" Tom asked. "We need to tell you something." That night, the family gathered. "Remember when you were little?" Tom said to Emily and Jake. 1975. "We were going to see Grandpa in the hospital. We got stuck at the airport." Emily remembered vaguely. "I think so. Someone bought us tickets, an anonymous person. We never knew who." "Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that," Jake said. Tom showed them the article. "We found out today. It was Elvis Presley." Emily's eyes widened. "What?" "Elvis Presley bought our tickets. He saw us at the airport, saw we were in trouble, and he helped." Emily started crying. "Elvis Presley? The Elvis Presley?" "Yes." Jake shook his head in disbelief. "That's insane. Your mother and we've been grateful to that anonymous person for 15 years. And now we know. It was one of the most famous people in the world. And he helped us, regular people, just because he could." Sarah wiped her eyes. "I wish we could have thanked him." "Me too," Tom said quietly. Tom Peterson never forgot that night. Years later, he started volunteering at the airport, helping stranded passengers, buying meals, sometimes even helping with tickets. "Why do you do this?" someone asked him once. Tom smiled. "Because someone once helped me, when I desperately needed it, and I want to pass that kindness forward." "Who helped you?" "Elvis Presley." The person laughed. "Sure he did." "I'm serious. September 1975. Memphis Airport. He saw my family struggling, bought us tickets, saved us. And I didn't know it was him until 15 years later." Tom helped hundreds of people over the years. Small gestures, a meal, a phone call, sometimes money for a ticket. Each time, he thought of Elvis, of that anonymous kindness. In 2015, Tom passed away. At his funeral, his children spoke. Emily said, "My father taught us that kindness doesn't need recognition. He learned that from Elvis Presley, a stranger who helped us 40 years ago, and that lesson shaped our entire lives." Today, the Peterson family has a tradition. Every September, they donate to a charity that helps stranded travelers. In Elvis's name. "Pay it forward," they say, just like Elvis did for us. Because one September night in 1975, a famous man saw a struggling family, and instead of walking past, he stopped. He helped. He asked for nothing in return, and that kindness echoed through generations. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Share this video with someone who believes in anonymous kindness. Tell us in the comments, Have you ever been helped by a stranger? And don't forget to turn on notifications, because more amazing true stories are coming.